Mpo, Aba, and Port Harcourt, simply for having public demonstrations without the federal government ordering a judicial inquiry. Instead, after I called for one, and Amnesty International provided evidence that 150 of them were killed, the Chief of Army Staff set up an inquiry composed of serving and retired Army officers, thus abandoning the rules of natural justice, which prescribes that you cannot be a judge in your own court. The Igbos in Nigeria feel the treatment of IPOB as unfair, discriminatory, and overhanded. They see the move as an attempt to encourage the profiling of Igbos in the international security arena. We know of other self-determination groups in Nigeria that are armed and have destroyed government and private sector installations and wells that government prefers to negotiate with rather than label them as terrorist organizations. Fulani headsmen, otherwise called Fulani militants, have ravaged farms in the Middle Belt, in the south of Nigeria and southeastern Nigeria, and killing several farmers in the process. In January 2016, they killed 500 farmers and their families in Agatu in Benue State. In Enugu State, they murdered more than 100 farmers in Ukpabi in April 2016. Photographs depicting them with automatic rifles trend the entire world media, yet not one of them is facing criminal charges, nor is Operation Python Dance being conducted in the areas where they ravaged and killed. And the federal government describes them as criminals and not a terrorist organization, notwithstanding their classification by the Global Terrorist Index as the first deadliest terrorist group in the world. See British Independence newspaper of 18th November 2015. The London Guardian newspaper of 12 July 2016 indicated also that Fulani herdsmen killed 1,000 people in 2014. And yet our federal government does not designate them a terrorist organization. Let me seize this opportunity to once more thank the Royal Institute of International Affairs for inviting me as President General of Ohaneze Nnia to speak here today. In Nigeria, Ndigbo, whose social cultural organization I head, are notwithstanding their historical experiences in Nigeria, the most loyal ethnic group to the concept of one Nigeria. We are the largest ethnic group other than the indigenous group in any part of Nigeria. We invest and contribute to the economic and social life of communities wherever we live. We are proudly Christians, but very accommodating of our brothers of other religious persuasions. We are grossly marginalized and still treated by the federal government as second-class citizens. No Igbo man, for instance, heads any security arm of the Nigerian armed forces. Our area is heavily policed as if there was a deliberate policy to intimidate us and hold us down. Our endurance has stretched beyond Hooke's gauge for elastic limits. The deployment of the Nigerian army under the guise of Operation Python Dance to the southeast was unconstitutional under Section 271 of the 1999 Constitution. Deployment of army is allowed in circumstances of insurrection, terrorism, and external aggression, not in the circumstances of killing of priests or fighting kidnapping. And in those circumstances in which they are to be deployed, leave of the Senate must be sought. The brazen impunity in dealing with matters which concern the Southeast is, to say the least, provocative. Arewa youths in northern Nigeria issued a quick notice to Igbos in northern Nigeria to leave and declared a federal republic of Nigeria without Igbo land, thereby committing infractions of the law. First, by declaring a new Republic of Nigeria which excises the Southeast unilaterally, they were committing treason. By issuing a proclamation for Nigerians to leave any part, Nigerians to leave any part of Nigeria forcibly, they were infringing the fundamental rights of innocent Nigerians as guaranteed by the Constitution to live and do business anywhere in Nigeria. By commencing an inventory of Igbo property in northern Nigeria for seizure by October 1st, 2017, they were attempting conversion, which is like stealing in law. By proclaiming a mop-up action, a military action for killing surviving remnants of a war. by proclaiming a mobile action of those who did not comply with their quit notice by October 1. They were without doubt inciting genocide. Yet, in spite of all these orders, orders to arrest them by the Kaduna State government and the Inspector General of Police were not enforced, nor were they prevented from holding court with governors of northern Nigeria and leading elders of the north. The only hope for change in Nigeria today is the rising call for restructuring pioneered by the Southern Leadership Forum, supported lately by ex-Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President Ibrahim Babangida, and leaders of the Middle Belt, including Dan Suleiman and Professor Jerry. Our expectation now is that now that our president is fully recovered and back to work, he will address the situation by constituting a nationwide conversation of all ethnic nationalities to look into the 2014 National Conference report and the trending views on this subject matter, so as to come up with a consensus proposal that the National and State Assemblies will be persuaded to adopt. To continue to neglect the resolution of this impasse will, in my view, spell doom for our dear country, Nigeria. Our argument is further reinforced by a 2-year extensive study conducted by the UNDP titled Journey to Extremism and released in September 2017, which indicated that exposure to state abuse and marginalization, not religious ideology, are better predictors of radicalization. It also indicates that those living on the periphery of their country, with less access to education and health services, are more vulnerable to be recruited into violent extremist groups. In Nigeria, millions of unemployed graduates from universities waiting up to 10 years without gainful employment are restive, agitated, and very tangible cannon fodders for escalating restiveness. In conclusion, I hope that the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the British government, and British interests associated with Nigeria will continue to offer useful advice to our polity that will lead to an early resolution of our situation. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.